there are also genuinely evil people doing real evil things to real private property owners. Most importantly, of course, the ruling elites in charge of the state apparatus, as every libertarian would have to admit. Now, one surely has no obligation to be nice to them. And why is it in particular the small minority of white, gentile, heterosexual males, and especially its most successful members, that owes some extra kindness to the vast majority of all other people? Why not the other way around? After all, most, if not all, technical inventions, machines, tools, and gadgets in current use everywhere and anywhere, on which our current living standards and comforts largely and decisively depend, originated with them. All other people, by and large, imitated what they had invented and constructed first. All others inherited the knowledge embodied in the inventor's products for free. And isn't it the typical white hierarchical family household of father, mother, their common children, and prospective heirs, and their bourgeois conduct and lifestyle, that is, everything that the left despises, disparages, and maligns? Isn't it that lifestyle and that social order that is the economically most successful model of social organization the world has ever seen, with the greatest accumulation of capital goods and wealth, and the highest average living standards? And isn't it only on account of the great economic achievements of this minority of victimizers that a steadily increasing number of victims could be integrated and partake in the advantages of a worldwide network of the division of labor? And isn't it only on account of the success of the traditional white bourgeois family model also that so-called alternative lifestyles could all emerge and be sustained over time? It is white heterosexual men who have demonstrated the greatest ingenuity, industry, and economic prowess. And it is societies dominated by white heterosexual males, and in particular by the most successful among them, which have produced and accumulated the greatest amount of capital goods and achieved the highest average living standards. Do your own thing. Live your own black, brown, feminist, Jewish, homosexual life as long as you do it peacefully and without invading other people's private property rights. If and insofar as you are integrated into the international division of labor, you do not owe restitution to anyone, nor does anyone owe you any restitution. Your coexistence with your supposed victimizers is mutually beneficial. But keep in mind that while the victimizers could live and do without you, albeit at a lower standard of living, the reverse is not true. The disappearance of the entire victimizer class would imperil your very own existence. Hence, even if you don't want to model yourself on the example provided by white male culture, be aware that it is only on account of the continued existence of this model that all alternative cultures can be sustained at their present living standards, and that with the disappearance of this Western model as a global effective Leitkultur, the existence of many, if not all of your fellow victims would be endangered. This does not mean that you should be uncritical of the Western white male-dominated world. After all, even these societies most closely following the correct model also have their various states that are responsible for reprehensible acts of aggression, not only against their own domestic property owners, but also against foreigners. But neither where you live, nor anywhere else, should the state be confused with the people. It is not the Western state, but the traditional, normal, standard Western lifestyle and conduct of Western people, already increasingly under heavy attack by their very own state rulers and their drive toward totalitarian social control, it is these people and their culture that deserve your respect and of which you are a beneficiary.